Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. This is Let's Get Candid. I am Kim Greco, and today I have a very special guest. My very special guest is Sophie Lanigan. Sophie is head of Performing Arts Department at Premiership Experience. She has been passionate about dance from a very young age and has grown up with dance her entire life with her mum. Her mum actually owned the dance school and owns the dance school that she danced at and teaches at. She does a mixture of tap, modern, freestyle, commercial, and hip-hop dancing. Sophie is fully qualified as a teacher. She is with the British Association of Teachers of Dance, which we are all familiar with here in North America, the ATD, an excellent association. And she's been dancing and she's been teaching since the age of 16. That's quite an accomplishment, my dear. She loves teaching and sharing her passion with others, and we love that about her. Sophie, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Sophie, why don't you tell our guests, our audience, where you're from and what you've been up to?
So I'm from Glasgow in Scotland, and we're on week 9 of lockdown, I think. So it's fast. Just been working away, dancing, keeping everyone going in the meantime, which has been challenging, but take the positives out of it has been quite rewarding at the same time. So yeah, it's been really good. So in terms of the dance school, what we've been doing to keep all the dancers going, we've been doing a mixture of activities. We decided not to do Zoom. Just personally, I know it's for a lot of people. Personally, we just thought it wouldn't work out for us. And so what we started out with was challenges. So every week we would post a challenge. So like week 1 we did like, you can do any routine you like. Week 2 we decided to do like any tap routine you like, modern, musical theatre. So like the kids would go away, make up their own routine, like wear whatever outfit they wanted. And we told them to like keep it to like a minute's length. And we got so much back, like even like 4-year-olds were taking part in it. So it really was lovely to see from home, like because we obviously miss them a lot. So to see what they're doing at home was really, really fun and nice to see for us. So that's the fizzled out a little bit now. We might do one again in a couple of weeks' time. So what we did also, we started doing like a different activity per day. So as I'm sure you know, TikTok has been very, very popular in lockdown. I think everyone's downloaded it. It's funny. So at class, when we were back on, all the kids used to do it, and we used to say like, "Stop doing that!" Like, stop. Anyway, I downloaded it ever since lockdown, and I can completely understand why they're so addicted to it. So we did TikTok Tuesday. So I'll normally upload a TikTok on a Tuesday, and they can duet with me, or if they don't have the TikTok app, they can just copy me and send over. So that's been quite nice to see them do that. We've had a lot of people getting involved in that one. I think that's been a popular challenge for us. We also did like one of the seniors in the class volunteered to do a workout. So she took charge of Workout Wednesday, and we posted that on all our WhatsApp groups, and they all took part in doing a workout, which was really good to see. And my mum, the tap queen, she did Tap Thursdays. So she just sent over different steps per group. One of probably the most popular group that took part was kind of 7-8-year-olds, and they shouldn't normally be learning their first time step till the next season, but they've all managed to learn their first time step, full time step and break over a WhatsApp video, and they've all been sending them over. So that's been really lovely to see. Like they're only just turning 8 just now, so amazing. I mean, it really is a big achievement for them to be doing that. So that was also really good. And the last one we did recently was Stretching Saturdays. So we've got a Scottish gymnast, and she took a stretching video and uploaded it to all the groups, and that also seemed to be popular as well. So we're just, trying to change it up and do different things. And the last thing we did was, this was a few weeks ago now, we did a video we decided to incorporate the rainbows. All the children across the UK have been drawing rainbows and saying thank you to our health service, the NHS, and our key workers. So we decided to incorporate the rainbow videos and put a message alongside it from us. We really like this song. It's called Only Time. So we just told the children to write "This is only time" at the bottom. And we got so many entries for this one that we put it all in a video. And it was quite an emotional tribute, to be honest. Like, it was quite sad, like, not just to see all their wee happy faces, and they all, some got chalk out, some drew paintings, and it was really, really lovely to see. But we just wanted to send that message out that this period of time of lockdown is just only time, and we all will get through this.
Exactly.
Together.
Yeah, no, and that's great. I see that you light up when you talk about the kids and about dancing, and you can tell it's just part of who you are, and you really care for the kids. That's most, really important, and I know that they can see that as well. So you cut out a little bit at the very top of that. So you're not doing any Zoom classes, but you're doing having the kids participate in some of the movements, and using TikTok and WhatsApp as your to teach. Yeah, and I love it that the 8-year-olds would normally learn some of the steps, maybe next season or next term, and they're taking the challenge on and doing it at home themselves, and they're actually getting it. That's really cute. You should give them like a prize or something. I don't know.
I know. They've done so well.
They have. We're the video that Sophie was talking about. I'm going to show at the very end. It's quite beautiful and emotional. So I'll leave it with the audience to watch. I know they're going to really appreciate it. It's actually quite beautiful. Can you tell me a little bit about the rainbows? And you were telling me in our pre-interview something about the rainbows. So if you can just explain the purpose of the rainbow.
Yeah. So just started this trend. Like, all you see is it over social media. Like, kids would be drawing rainbows and putting it up in their windows of their houses, and people drive by to see and says thank you to our health service, and some have messages to say like stay at home, like keep us safe, and like just like a little message with bright colours, just a positive message, which has been really lovely from all the children here. So we just thought we'd incorporate both.
Beautiful. It really is. It really is. So I have a question for you. I teach at one studio now, but I've taught at many throughout the GTA, which is the Greater Toronto area, where I'm from. But often you see the mom or the dad or both own the dance school, and the children, their children dance at the dance school, and everyone has mixed feelings about it. And I always say, how is it dancing for your mom or your dad or both? So of course I'm going to ask you this question, which I know you get asked all the time. What was it like growing up at a dance school with your mom being the teacher?
Well, I get asked this a lot, honestly, and to be honest, I do not know any different. Like, I've just grown up in this school. I do not know any different. I was put in the class when I was 2 years old. I'm pretty sure I was babysat at class before then. So I was desperate to join in. I just couldn't imagine not being taught by my mum. And people do ask if it's weird, but it just seems so normal. I mean, sometimes like we get annoyed at each other and things like that, but it just seems so normal to me. I wouldn't know any different. I really wouldn't. And I wouldn't change it.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't change anything, would you? No, absolutely not. I wanted to ask you what your favorite dance genre is.
So from a young age, I would say tap. Like, I've always loved tap, and I'd always pick it up a lot easier compared to like modern dance or ballet or freestyle. Like, I've just always preferred it. And as I said, I can pick it up quite easily. But recently I would prefer like hip hop or commercial dance, just from really just I like enjoy the music. It's like up to date. Commercial dance is also like kind of what you see in films and dance music videos, and it seems to be the in thing at the moment. And my seniors that I teach, they all really enjoy it. So it's nice to teach something that they enjoy as well. So I'd say more commercial that I enjoy now. But I'm a lover of tap as well.
That's good. I love it. It was a National Tap Dance Day just the other day as well.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've not got a tap board yet to tap at home, but I've seen them all over the internet.
It's
I
really
need to
cool.
buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, I had one many years ago, and
Yeah.
through a move, I accidentally left it behind. It was just like, I can't believe I did that. That there's a
Yeah.
beautiful tap board that folded in half, and somebody has it. Maybe they were on one of those videos that you watched. I don't know, but they're quite handy. They're quite handy.
Yeah. We can invest in one.
Yeah, they're really fantastic. So you talk about commercial dance. Now, we touched on this a little bit. So tell me more about commercial dance and what that is for you.
So it's quite new. I would say it's quite related to like street dance and hip hop, but it's like a lot cleaner and it's up to date. It keeps up with the trends. It's like constantly changing, and I'd say it's a clean version of street hip hop dance.
And is it suitable for all ages, or is it more for like a senior dancer?
I mean, I'm seeing younger and younger people do it. I mean, it does probably look better when the older kids do it, just because they're probably more trained to dance in that way and more mature and things like that. But as I said, I'm seeing young kids doing it as well.
Yeah.
But for us, we normally stick to hip hop for our younger girls, just because it gets them into that kind of movement first before you teach that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you start a little bit later. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do see it younger and younger. And I think in North America, well, I do know in North America, they just start things a lot younger.
Yeah.
And there's many different opinions on, you know, how early to start a dancer, you know, in a hip hop or in a lyrical dance, or, you know, there's lots of opinions about that, and backed up very nicely for the most part. And everyone has their own personal opinion on that. Yeah. And mine is, I prefer that they wait a little bit. It also gives them something to look forward to too, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah. If they do everything when they're 5, well, then what do they have?
You need something to look up to, seniors to look up to. So
exactly.
Keeps them waiting.
Exactly. Now I wanted to talk to you about, have you been to North America?
No, I've not been to Canada.
Yeah.
But I have been to Seattle. I've got family in Seattle.
Yeah.
But never
to Canada. No. And what do you think of Seattle?
Hopefully one day.
I hope so too. Yeah.
I know. I loved Seattle. I just thought it was so beautiful. I mean, I've got family there, so that's exactly why I went to go and visit them. And I probably wouldn't have thought to if they hadn't lived there. But I was so impressed. Beautiful. Yeah. Such a beautiful place. I'd love to go back.
I'm sure you will, and you must come to Canada for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Very beautiful. I'm not going to compare the two, but you can decide for yourself. But we'd love to have you in Canada. So for dancers, some of my previous interviews, we talked about, you know, a dancer who might be 17 or 18 and trying to decide what they want to do, maybe go on and study dance, audition, so that transition from a dance school, much like yours, and then moving on to a semi or professional career. So if a dancer decided that they wanted to come to the UK, for instance, to train, which I would strongly recommend because I know what's there in terms of training, what are your thoughts and what would you recommend?
So coming to the UK, there's vast amounts of dance experience here professionally. We've got many places. So the first place I would mention is definitely Pineapple Dance Studios. It's got an unbelievable name. The brand is known worldwide. It was founded in 1979. It's very well known and got a great name here and also across the world. They set out with the intention that dance was for everyone. So there is beginner level and senior level. And you can choose from any sort of style of dance, any level of dance. So whether you wanted to study dance but you knew you weren't as good, or like whether you are being serious about it, like it is for everyone. And there's many choreographers there that have been in West End shows, they've been in featured films, and also the studio is known to have had many famous names in the studio, such as Justin Bieber and Rihanna,
Nice.
been taught their sets in there. So it is really, I'd say that was one of the UK's biggest assets in dance, to be honest. And another one in London is our Dang Academy, which is probably one of the most prestigious dance colleges in the UK. That's where you go, 16 they train from, and most of them end up music videos, musical theatre shows. They're probably the most professional. It's really quite difficult to get into there. So that's probably the two main like educational side of things. I would mention those two. Great experience to go as a student or after, as you say, 17, 18. Those are the two probably biggest assets we have in London. Other than that, if you were just to come over for like a tour or whatever like that, our other asset, we've got so many dance places in like Newcastle, Liverpool, Edinburgh, Glasgow. There's throughout the UK. I know I just mentioned London, but throughout the UK there is many dance hub spots throughout the whole of the UK.
Again, I would, it's nice for a North American dancer, whether you're from Canada or the US, to travel abroad and to experience dance. And dance is a universal language. So and it's easy enough. You feel at home when you step into a dance school, no matter where it is in the world.
Definitely.
Because it's something you're familiar with, right? It's just it's really interesting. I know I had the opportunity to teach abroad, and you just step in. Maybe there's a language barrier, obviously. Translator, but not in the UK, obviously. It's just dance is universal. It really is, and the more you travel, you see that.
100%.
It's really cool. And I know you were really excited about. I've got back to Seattle. You were really excited about the original Starbucks in Seattle.
When I couldn't believe it. My uncle took me just a quick tour of Seattle's main sites, and then he didn't even like make it a big deal. He was just like, "Oh, and that's the first ever Starbucks," and I'm going, "I can't believe it."
Did you go in? Did you go in?
I didn't, because there was a massive queue. Okay. So I just saw it from the outside. I think people queue up to just say that they've bought from the
of course
original Starbucks. But
I have a Starbucks mug right here, actually.
Oh,
I didn't mean to do that. It just so happened. Probably have part.
And also they had when I was there, it was like a Starbucks, like it's like one of the big kind of factory. It was new, and it's like they showed all like where the coffee beans are made, and you could buy all the merchandise. That was away from there, but it was like a huge kind of big factory in Seattle. It was amazing. I was like, I can't believe it. It's fab. That was more modern though. I think they've kept the original one just the same.
Yes, that's right. So I wanted to ask another question, and I've been asking a lot of the artists that come on to interview. When you transition from dance into your career, or you're making a transition, it can be scary, whether you're finishing high school and you're stepping out as wanting to become a professional dancer or continue your training. It's scary, because it's the unknown. I think that's anything really. What would you recommend to a dancer that is looking at, stepping away from a dance school and now, because they're 17, and looking at auditioning or studying abroad or whatever they decide to do? What would you recommend to them? Go for it, don't go for it, stay at home?
I would say go for it. Definitely go for it. I mean, life's too short. You need to go for your dreams, whether you believe in yourself or whether you don't. You would never know if you didn't try. So go for it, absolutely, and go and experience different countries. Go and broaden your horizons. Go and do it for sure.
I like that. What I'm going to do now is share the video that your company put together, if you don't mind. And before I do that, I'm going to say a goodbye to you, and thank you so much for coming. You're absolutely lovely, and for taking the time. And it's just great to speak to another dancer across the pond, so to speak. And dance is universal, and we all miss being in the studio, no matter where we are in the world, for sure. So I hope you guys get back into your studio very soon. And again, thank you so much for spending the time with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
That was great.
We'll have you back again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share this video now. See ya. Bye. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was just so beautiful. I hope everybody watched it and bring some Kleenex. It was really
thank you.
I don't have heart. Love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye. Bye. Bye.